Hello everyone, Duke here with part 68 of this Russia campaign, Medieval 2, Total War. Jerusalem is under siege. The prize, the end game, the climax, the conclusion, the promised land, whatever you want to call it, it is now under siege. But we are in extremely hostile Mongol territory now, with many armies that are going to turn and try and attack us. And obviously they might well try and move on us on our own lands as well, so we're on borrowed time here. I wonder if we should take our chances with an all-out assault on Jerusalem. It could just happen. We could end this in one fell swoop if Stanimir
I will make them fear you.
is feeling up to it. He's a great commander, a brutal conqueror and a cool leader. Basically the kind of guy you want to fight the Mongols. There's a family member in here, Egedu. A mighty warlord which guards the holy city of Jerusalem from would-be attackers. There's siege equipment in there, there's plenty of heavy cavalry as well. And even I'm sure even their levy spearmen are horrible in a fight. So
leave your mercy behind, men!
You know
we
what's
shall
gonna be done.
show them none!
5 stars each as well. Let's see what fate has in store for the ultimate showdown between Stanimir the Merciless of the Novgorod and Egedu of the Mongols defending Jerusalem. The last line of defense between us and total domination of this campaign. Let's get going.
Show no mercy to our people's enemies!
So I think actually, we should really have a speech.
When battle's done, I always have a terrible thirst. But I'll share whatever wine the enemy have in their camp with you lot!
Remember that the girl...
Subtle dig at Jerusalem there, calling it a camp. Right, let's see. So let's stay well out of range of any would-be arrow towers. Let's sort of just line everything up a little bit here. So Jazina, Boyasans, Kazakhs, Devor, Cossacks and Turkmens on there. And we've got some Serapim. Khwarezmian. Sorry. Alright, so how are we going to do this? Let's see. In fact, let's move you guys back a bit. Like that. Oh, Stanimir. Yeah, you go there. So, I think we want to open multiple breaches. So I'll start. Too far away. Okay, but you can see what my plan is here. Open multiple breaches. Oh, okay, we weren't too far, okay, that's fine. We've decided to blob in the city centre, where they'll have a morale bonus. They're going to move some men out to meet us. That would help our cause somewhat. What should I do? I'm just going to fast forward to let the walls fall. But Jerusalem looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Although this has got a minareted mosque. It's a well-built city. Okay. Still not there yet. This is really reducing our frame rate. Let's turn around.
Excellent! We have breached our enemy's walls!
Okay. Is that wall destroyed? Can't tell. Oh, yep, there we go. And I think that was destroyed as well, so...
We are through the enemy's walls. Time to slay our ungodly foe.
Right, now... What have they sent? And what should we send in first? We should already send in the quote. No. I think we should send in the Drazina and the Boyar Sons first. Actually, no, just the Drazina, because the Boyar Sons have good missiles. Let's see if we can take out the first line of defense nice and quick. And what's this? That's some good cavalry there. Maybe we can intercept that. No. This is them. You guys stay back for now. I'm not getting fired upon, which is nice. Makes me think that we can move up to the walls a bit closer. Okay. Once we take the walls, we can peek inside a little bit better. Right, let's hit those town militia where it hurts. Come on. Have we moved in yet? Now we can see. Good. Khan's Guard. Oh no, okay, that doesn't mean General's Bodyguard, so it's just... Okay, no, they are firing on us. Let's get the catapults firing on the towers.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, our soldiers have proved their worth today. The enemy's walls belong to us now.
Well, the walls might, but I don't think the towers quite agree with your statement there. Maybe we turn one to face this unit. Ooh, what's this? Mongol heavy archers. Right, fight them. See if we can win. Mongol light lancers facing the wrong way. Spear militia surrounded. That's good. Someone's blowing a horn. Don't like that. Okay, that unit's fleeing. Hopefully that will be decimated. Levy spearmen. I hope they stay away from us. That unit's fleeing. Let's get it to press. Maybe if we go to open up a breach on this side. Nah, I don't think that's going to happen in time, to be honest. I would like to hit these guys in the rear, but it's not going to happen in a hurry. Right, defeat seems certain. That's good. The general there, maybe we could try and intercept him now. Let's try and hit him. Let's take out these arrow towers in the meantime. These guys are moving a little too slow for my liking. Okay, that tower's crumbling. Let's work your magic on that one. Oh, perfect. I think we surrounded him. We like that. Ah, almost. If they moved in a little quicker, we might be able to, but alas. Let's send one of these units to fight them and see if we can surround them. Maybe we should send Stanimir in as well. Stanimir's not the type to sit idly by him. So I don't want to commit everyone into a battle just yet. Let's see if we can fire into this blob with our catapult. You never know.
The enemy general. Mighty Lord of all.
Oh, wow.
We have captured the enemy's general. That will teach the cowardly
That's good.
dog to turn tail and run.
Okay. Right. Let's attack while the iron's hot. Maybe get the catapults to not fire. Yeah, if their general's dead, they might be tempted to flee. And if they flee, we might be able to kill as many of them as we can before they reach the city centre. So, meanwhile, let's move some men in. Right, how are these units doing over here? Yeah, fighting hard. Ah, no, I don't think so. Maybe we can get around them though. Oh no, they've thought of that. They've put a nice heavy unit there. Wow, that's a lot of men there. I thought this was the bulk of the army left, but that's only half of it. And this unit's blocking the way to get around the other side. Yep, they know exactly what they're doing. The AI is very clever in this game. And this arrow tower is wiping us out. I don't think this is going to work, guys. I think this will be a defeat and we'll have to muster back in Cyprus for a few turns. Probably about 10 or 15.
The battle is very much in our favour. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
I don't know. That's quite encouraging. Oh, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. I love it. I love it. Look at that, right there. So their catapult can fire nicely over the buildings and then drop vertically just right there. The AI is just brilliant. I love it. The AI is so good at this game. Okay, let's... Where's those Turkmens going? Oh, did they get another one? No, unfortunately they didn't get us. Okay, that would have looked cool. Let's see if we can get this guy massacred. Let's see... Yeah, I think I should flee soon. And... How are these guys doing? Oh, they went the wrong way. Of course they did. What are these guys? They're not too bad. Let's get them up this way. So I want to try and hit them in the rear from that side with something. But the pathfinding will take them up this road. Those marked archers are fighting not to the death, but they're fighting hard. I think the good thing, it's a good thing we've got Stanimir here to keep everyone rallied. Talking of. Okay, excellent. I'll fight the Mongol infantry. Good. Oh, they're getting themselves hurt. Try not to block, guys. Just, yeah, okay, you've got them. That's fine. Alright, and... Oh. Beautiful shot. Right there. The AI does not miss them very hard. Okay, let's see if our Kazakhs and stuff... we still need to take out the Khan's guard, unfortunately. We're having a bit of trouble getting the Kazakhs into the city. Let's get those guys around the side in the meantime. See if we can encourage a rout with these guys. That trebuchet's done a number on our cavalry. We've still got quite a lot left though. It's mostly our mercenaries that have been massacred. Which is fine. That's what they're there for. Okay. Oh, so the city centre. That's good. That's good. That's really good if you're taking the city centre. Okay, massacre these guys as well. Come on.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Keep massacring them Mongols. I don't want them coming back. God, this actually is it. I've just realised that if we win this, that's it. They're going to fight to the death now. Fine. These guys are coming up. Finally, someone's gone around the right way. At last. You guys get up here. I want you guys to hit these ones in the rear. Who's firing? Because you can stop that.
We have lost control of the city.
Okay. And oh, this is an awesome song. This is one of the cool things about fighting as one of these factions to get this kind of music. Medieval 1 had a really awesome Eastern soundtrack battle music as well. Alright, looks like they've got siege equipment now left to fight in the city centre. That's good. These guys seem to have been wiped out. Let's get these guys around the back again, even more. How are the Khan's guard doing here? They're fleeing! Oh, they're going to fleet right into us, so they're not coming back. Come on, guys. Come on, we can do this. We can actually... I've just realised we can actually do this. I wasn't sure when I started this battle, and halfway through I wasn't really convinced, but this is actually happening.
If we
We're actually going to do this.
We will smash the enemy.
We're actually going to do... We're actually going to... Oh, ouch. Yeah, okay. Stanimir, I'd hate for you to die in your moment of glory. Please stay alive. I can't really do much to keep you alive other than just ask you not to die. We've got these units to come around and try and disable them. As long as we kind of get them in melee. Stay alive for me, Stanimir. Bang. Right.
My lord, our men are in command of the city.
Yeah, I mean we have a numerical advantage in the city centre. There's nothing they can do now. We just have to either wait out 2.5 more minutes or finish off these crews, and I think that's it. I can't believe it. I think we are. Right. Okay, we've got some heavy cavalry here. Oh no, that's ours, is it? Yeah. These mercs were great. I'm glad we got more of these and left the infantry behind. How many men are left? Only 1% of their army. It's all that stands between us and victory. Come on, guys. I believe. I believe. I can't fire any more rocks into us as well. One more man there. One more man. I think this is it. Where is he?
This is a clear
Blow the horn of Novgorod.
that goes
Victory!
to men of great virtue
Jerusalem's
and
ours!
valor.
We've rescued it from the Mongols. Stanimir the Merciless. He was just the man for the job there. We had to kill them all to a man to get the city. Oh, I can't. I don't even know if it's immediate or you have to wait another turn. I don't know, but this could be it.
They deserved nothing less than
this is it.
death.
Should we? Yeah, so we have to exterminate.
Them.
Are we? Yeah, definitely.
Have taken
Let's
the
see.
land.
Yes! Yes!
Congratulations, noble prince. You have, with valor unmatched, led our armies to glory and undying fame, winning Russia a vast empire from whose throne all history does unfold.
Yes! Yes! Oh! I could just keep looking at this message all day. Very hard, eat your heart out. Oh, wow. Holy moly, it's done. We've done it. Victory, guys. The Novgorod campaign, very hard, is a victory. Oh, I've never come close on very hard difficulty to winning a campaign in this game. And this is like the first one I've done in absolutely ages. Years. And we've managed to do it. And we managed to end on a victory commanded by us within Jerusalem itself, the holy city, against the Mongols, the most feared enemy in the game. Except outside the tournaments. Talking of, I mean, it's gone on long enough. I know a few things about the game. So the Timurids might have turned up later, who are like the Mongols but with elephant cannons, basically. They're just another horrible invasion to have to deal with, led by Timur the Lame. And also, eventually you can start sailing west to head to the Americas, but we weren't going to be near that anyway, because we're still, despite all our conquest, we're still kind of nowhere near the western side of the map. So oh man, that was just as well. I mean, our economy was really starting to grind to a halt there. Even our military machine was starting to slow down because there just weren't many forts anymore, and we had enemies everywhere. I mean, look here, we had England, France, the Milanese, the Holy Roman Empire, and the Papal States all on one front. And then of course we had the Sicilians and the Moors fighting for Palermo. We had 7 factions, 7, count them, on this front alone. And on this front, we had to deal with the Mongols at some point, and we also had the Byzantines. It was sheer chaos. But what a victory. I'm just recapping now on this whole campaign. I mean, to think we just started here with a large town, I think, or a minor city. That's all we had to our name. And we've managed to expand. And shout out to our great generals. Throughout the campaign, we had first Svatopolk, our first glorious hero, who led the conquest all the way down to Constantinople. We had Ivan, who I believe made his name when he took Halleck from the Poles, and then led a bloody campaign all the way down through the Balkans and down into Greece and into the southern tip of Italy before finally dying. We had Alexei, the great cavalry commander, who led a glorious campaign against the Danes, taking castle by castle before completing the conquest of Scandinavia single-handed and removing an English force in the process that would have tried to take Stockholm. Domizir, who died unfortunately of plague, and think they're the main generals that we've had so far. I think they're the three on Mount Rushmore in this campaign. I think had great victory after great victory after great victory. But who can forget Stanimir? Of course, I think he deserves the 4th place for being the one to end it. Oh, and of course, how can I possibly? So we've obviously got Stanimir. So yeah, that's number 4. I think he was a great one. A persistent man. He took a real beating against this Byzantine army here, but he returned to prove himself. He played the long game and patiently waited for the moment to strike and completed the campaign for us. Well, he was the one to take the Holy City. He played the long game. But of course, yes, number 5 I think has to be Zhuroslav, who single-handedly took out the Venetians with a glorious victory at the gates of Venice. So dreaded was he that they just ran before him, and he proved himself. He had one authority when he came to the throne. I don't know if you guys remember all those episodes ago, but he was like not that great in general. He had one authority, maybe a bit of piety, no command and no dread, or maybe one dread. I can't really remember. But look how high he's leveled up. Look how strong and evil and malevolent a man he became in his quest to lead the Novgorods to fame and fortune. And the Black Death came along at arguably it could have been worse. It could have attacked. It could have hit us earlier, yeah, and then we would have really stalled for longer. It came near the end. It took a few of our generals, but the most crippling thing was the effect on our economy. I'm glad we didn't wait for the Black Death to deal with the damage in Jerusalem. Because look, there's stacks and stacks
My master will reward me
of horrible Mongol armies. We wanted to get in there quick. And could you believe it? Could you believe? After leaving it undefended with only just one family member in there and a catapult, I think. For how many turns, how many episodes, and then right when we was fine to move, they decided to reinforce it. They knew what we were up to, and they played accordingly. But fortunately, the Black Death, I think, also weakened that army enough for us to move in. And we got a good victory there. I was a bit doubtful. I mean, you heard me say halfway through the battle, I thought, I don't think we're going to win this, just because when you fight those battles in cities, you've got to take the city centre. And if they all blobbed in the middle there like they did, I was thinking, well, they won then. Like, we can't win. But I gave it a go anyway, and just Stanimir was the man. Stan the man. Stanis the Manis. So, Stanimir the merciless leader, yes he is. Resistance is futile in the enemy army rounds, there we go. So, well, I hope you enjoyed that little recap there as well of our conquest. I think the first enemy to die was the Hungarians here. We were finally able to break through the lines with Stanimir and Ivan. No, Svatopolk, sorry, and Ivan. And we broke through here and took them out. They were the first to die. And then I think, who was after that? I think the Poles are the next, followed by the Venetians and the Danes. And I think they're the only factions to die, if I'm honest. I don't think anyone else is. That's it. I mean, most factions are still alive in some form. As you can see, the Egyptians alive, Moors, Portuguese, French, English, Scottish, Spanish, you name it, it's still alive. And the Mongols settled. They didn't thank goodness. They can spawn here, it turns out. So they spawned here, fortunately, and then they settled. So they didn't keep. That's why I kept Constantinople reinforced for so long, because one, I had to keep the Byzantines out. But I was worried for the longest time that until they settled, the Mongols would come along. So you can see I've built. Obviously got the walls, you get those, but I built the defences up as well. Cannon towers. I wanted every last advantage to keep them out. But we didn't have to, they settled. Which I never really see in this campaign. When I played as a kid, they used to just steamroll. But unfortunately for us, they settled this time. But it did mean also that, yeah, they were the ones to hold Jerusalem. I think if they didn't settle, the trade-off would have been an easier late game, because it would have likely just been an Egyptian army there. So, because it did fall to it never fell to a crusade, did it? So, it was never going to be a Catholic faction. And there's the Pope there. We nearly got a Pope, but we didn't, unfortunately. 13 turns. It's just the Pope, literally the Pope in Rome. There's the only guy in Rome keeping it safe. He's the only man stopping us from sacking it. But he's strong enough, so holy and righteous is he. I think the English were promised. I was a bit nervous about the English. The English have really built themselves up to be tough. It looks like the Scots never got strong enough to challenge them. That's quite usual. I think the English usually dominate there. But they managed to hold on to the territories in France, which is quite unusual. From playing when I was younger, I found if you didn't play as them, they used to get kicked out eventually by the Milanese and the French. So that was a surprise. But that meant that I was a bit worried about them sending men over here toward Scandinavia. Just look at the size of these armies. Mostly militia, but Who would I say was our most generous, toughest enemy in this campaign? Early on, it was certainly... The Hungarians were really, really frustrating. Quite a long time. The Danes, we were a good match against. So even though they had many strong armies, they never really challenged us. They just kept trying and failing. Whereas the Hungarians came close a few times to taking Kiev, I think. They besieged it with good armies. And the Poles as well get an honourable shout out, I think. The Holy Roman Empire were never too tough. The English were too late to truly be in it. Actually, the Papal States. Papal States were horrible. Actually, their roster is a perfect match for us. For them, you know, because their spears and their halberds and their Swiss Guard, you know, they were a perfect matchup. And then they got guns and crossbows. So our heavy cavalry was kind of nullified. It wasn't as effective as it was, say, against the Holy Roman Empire, which are, you know, their infantry wasn't all that good. The Byzantines gave us a bloody nose. They certainly gave Stanimir a bloody nose once upon a time, but he did get revenge against the Byzantines and took Nicosia, and then used their men and their ships to take Jerusalem, the holy city. Which I can't believe we took that in a city. I'm so glad we did that climatically. We just went for it. We attacked the walls and we got in. Because the other plan was to try and fill it with spies to open the gates, but we had just enough catapults to get in there. And it wasn't bloodless. We lost a lot of men, but we covered quite a lot as well. So actually, this army would be, hypothetically, if we were carrying on, I would then take Acre. And if it came at the cost of Jerusalem, I'd probably take Acre from this point, try and retrain there as much as possible, reinforce from Nicosia where possible, understanding, of course, there's a plague there, and sort of going from there, and just whittling the Mongolians like one by one. I wonder what the territorial ranking of the Mongols is by this point. 11 regions. Military. I think after that battle we took over. We overtook them after that battle. We are now the dominant force. Let's have a look at... We can look at overall rankings as well. It's France. Yeah, who came second? It's like England's in the lead here. Yeah, England. I'd say that's fair. I think England played a good game. England came second. Last Hungarians, they were the first to die. Look at the papacy. Oh no, that's the Mongols. Duh. And yeah, everyone played a pretty even game for the most part. Milan surprised me by not being an absolute powerhouse as they used to be when I was a kid. Yeah, I'd say England was the gets the runner-up prize. I guess maybe the Mongols as well, but they have such an obvious advantage. You know, they start off with so many good stacks and generals. When they arrive, they can't not do well. Moors had 8 regions by the end. They sort of stayed static there. I wonder if they took one off at this point. Turks really struggled. You can't blame them. They have to deal with the Mongols if they turn up at Baghdad. Yeah, Mongols had 11. Papacy had 5 regions. Hungarians are dead. Poles are dead. Portuguese started from 2 and got up to 3, and that was the extent of their conquest. Denmark dead. But they did reach a high of about 7. Egypt 5 now, but they did have a zenith of 11. England, yeah, we took one off them. Did we take one off them? No, I don't think we did. I don't think we ever took a city off them. So they lost one somewhere. They had a high of about 8. Byzantines, yeah, they got up to 7 before we came along. Scots, yeah, never really took off. Highest 3, I think. Milan got to about 4, then down to 2 again. Sicily had a mare. Never really took off the ground. 4, then down to 1 in Tripoli. So they have some nerve calling themselves Sicilians. Venice, dead, but with a high of 6. Spain never got off the ground. 2, 3, then 2 again for the rest of the game. Holy Roman Empire up to 8, and then went down to 2. And France, yeah, not bad. Got to a high of 8, and then back down to 5, and then back up to 6 again. Are they at war? At war with Sicily and the Portuguese. Maybe that's where they're... Okay. Maybe that's where they exchange land. But now we say goodbye to all our heroes of this campaign, including Zayats, who kept our homeland safe from rebel scum. And Alexei, like I say, he was one of the top generals. Ivan is buried on a hill in Naples somewhere. Sevastopol is in a marble tomb in Constantinople somewhere. Sure, Stanimir lives. He lives on to fight, and Zhiznobad, Prince Zhiznobad, faction heir. He fought hard. I think he was a man of Yao at one point, wasn't he? I can't remember, you know. But he did well here to keep southern Italy safe from amphibious assaults. And yeah, I think they're the honourable shout-outs. I don't think Svatopolk II was much import, really. Yeah, and our economy did finally take off. I think we're earning at our peak about 30 to 40, probably closer to 40,000 florins. We did manage to finally conquer all of the east as well eventually, which was good. I wanted to be, you know, king of all the Russias and all the Novgorod, but that came later eventually, because it would have been nice to do that first and then steamroll west. But when you're playing on very hard, as we see throughout the campaign, once you share a border, that's it. You're at war, and so it just meant constant warfare with the Poles, who were, because I was conscious of the fact that they would try and take these settlements here. So we moved in, took them, and that brought us to war with them. And then we just had to keep moving west, and we didn't have enough resource to head east for quite a long time. But eventually we did. And then it was just non-stop warfare from that point on. We've never really had peace. We've had peace with the odd faction once upon a time. I think we had peace with the Poles for quite a while. But that's it. I think that was really the only peace we've had. Other than that, it's been constant warfare, constant onslaught. And all our, you know, we were kind of a brutal faction, kind of a merciless, expanding cavalry, steppe, nomadic, almost a Mongol-like faction, really, weren't we? You know, with our cavalry and our brutal generals and our savage ways. We were, you know, kind of the bad. I think we turned into the bad guy there. Are we the baddies? But so I think it's no surprise that all of Christendom united against us to try and preserve what was left of Christendom in the West. But I guess in time it would have all fallen. I think, you know, time was heavily on our side by this point. We have 47 regions, 21 battles lost, but 289 battles won. And I think I commanded all of them. Unless there was an auto-resolve right at the beginning somewhere. But I fought all of those. So, yeah. That's averaging about 2 battles a turn. It was the year 1354 when we got to the end, so we had about 100 years left. I remember Medieval 1, it ends in 1453, which is the year Constantinople fell to the Ottomans. Oh, turns waning 88. And it's 2 turns per year. No, a year is 2 turns. A turn is 2 years. So if we say 176, I think it goes up to 1530 then? 1520, 1530? Which times it about right with the Americans, so yeah. And I don't know if there's any more stats. Can we see any more stats? Greatest general apparently was Alexei the Horse, or is. It is right now Alexei the Horseman. Whether it was always, I don't know. Because judging by stats, it would be Alexei, but I think our greatest general, the one who did the most conquests, I think I'd have to give that to Ivan. Svatopol put in a shift in the early game, fighting tirelessly against the Hungarians and making his way to Constantinople, which was one of the key objective cities. So he gets an honourable win for that, maybe second place. And then Alexei was fantastic as a very close third for Alexei. He secured this part of the map. Once we were finally able to decide, right, we're moving west now against the Danes, he did it single-handed. He took all of these. So, yeah, he's on the Mount Rushmore. And 138 turns it took, and 67 episodes. So actually about 2 episodes a turn, 2 turns an episode. 21 battles lost. Yeah, I think some of those will be naval battles though, so not too many land battles lost. 15 castles, 32 cities. Yeah, we converted as we went, as you should. Diplomacy, we're at war with everyone basically. No allies, no vassals either. Vassals are a waste of time really. The only people we never went to war with were the Egyptians and the Turks. Oh, and the Scots. And there was a fair few people we didn't go to war with. Portuguese, for example, in Spain. But I think this is where we shall end the episode, and thus the Russia campaign. I think I would love to do another campaign in Medieval 2 at some point. I had a ball doing this. Very Hard was a fun challenge. I might do Very Hard again in this campaign. I'm not sure if I want to do the hardest difficulties for the sake of it being the hardest difficulty in every campaign I do if I play Total War. Or as and when I play Total War campaigns, because I want to have fun with it. This was fun, but other games, their hardest difficulties cannot be so fun. So I'll see as we go, but I'm really glad that, at least in this campaign, we took one of the harder factions with a harder start, and we managed to do it on Very Hard. And, you know, we used our brain, our noggin, and a lot of patience to get to this. So, yes, I think we'll be doing more Medieval 2 in the future, I'm sure, and I'd like to pick another far-flung faction to play as. And maybe an African faction like the Moors, and try and build up in North Africa and the East, because we were on the other side. We were all in the north in the steppe here. We never really touched the desert until the very end. So who knows? But that's in the future. Other games to do first, other campaigns, other videos to do. But that's where I'll leave it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the Russia Novgorod campaign. I hope you had as much fun watching it as I did playing it. That was really good fun. With a lot of great victories and a lot of tough calls, but we made it. Thanks for sticking through to the end, for those who did. Watch all the way, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. So, right, whatever the next campaign will be, well, I hope it lives up to this one. So, yeah, this is my first Total War campaign on this channel that I started. So this one will hold some special meaning, some special significance for old Duke here. So stick around for the next one, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.